Hello and welcome to Not So Daft Minecraft, where we are pretty much ready to bring villagers up, I think. Certainly ready to get started on the process. I have a corral here. I got rid of that structure that I was using as a kind of safe house for the trains to come up into. And the reason is I'm not getting much in the way of negative spawns anymore up here. And certainly once the village houses go in, we shouldn't see any more spawns at all. Spiders would be the one exception. But creepers are my main concern. This corral has, as you can see, a kind of a weird structure shaped like letter M at both ends. This will let the villagers in the carts come into the corral, hit the detector, be kicked off by the activator, and hang out here while the carts can build up in that little corral. I'm not exactly certain how this will work. From experience, anytime a random mob gets into a cart and takes off, they won't go very far because they run out beyond the tick radius, the kind of active range for the game to fill in and play, which means I have to get into a cart and follow, and that's fine. I don't mind doing that. See if we can get them all up here without everybody bouncing into each other, and it's chaos. This will not go pretty, but we will get some villagers up here, and we can get started building the village while we'll see if they respond to the environment and breed. Let's get to it. Now, we rebuilt the facility to be a little more compact. So you stand here now, and you're right at the kill point for spiders, right at the kill point for zombies, skeletons, and the little guys who land there and can't walk out.
Wrong! They can totally walk out. We gotta fix that later.
So what we have here is this drop chute. And you can see a button down there. I don't know if we'll be able to make it out, but yeah, that button turns on and off a track down there. I've given myself access, not very professional looking, this way, okay? And so there is the trap door to drop them down here. I push that button, they're going to take off and follow this path all the way out to the village. I would usually make something like this prettier, but the truth of the matter is I only got to get technically 2 of them out there, but preferably maybe 8 or so, and we ought to be ready to rock and roll. So what we need, oh, and one more thing, and it's terribly placed, but the mess of lighting that's upstairs is so intense that I had to put it here. When we get, you flick it, you hear that piston sound, and that white block up there, that white glass block, that is a catch. And now it's gone. The benefit that is obviously we can stop the flow of zombies, cure our villager, drop our villager, and then I won't push that because there's a cart down there. So we got one more thing we need, which is, I believe, a potion of harming. So that means we got to go to the nether. This is a bit sketchy, but we need a couple of things. We need blaze rods and we need nether wart. We can't get them anywhere else. We were lucky to luck into this nether fortress being right here. So we just need to make our way up. My discovery has always been build a stairway to heaven. Alright. 101. Put down markers. Okay. Alright, so that's a dead end. Because the wither skeletons are 3 blocks high, they can't navigate through these 2-block channels, so I just make certain I can't get surprised before I get busy harvesting. You'll find these stairways with the nether wart at their sides like this at several places. Got a problem here. Hopefully we get some magma cream off of these guys so we can make some lava-proof potions, which will be fun to have. One magma ball. Alright, that's a good start for now. Even though there's a whole bunch of chests immediately behind us, I like to keep my potions where my potion work is done. So we'll divide these up into finished potions, potion supplies, etc. Okay, so we had a successful trip to the Nether. We not only got blaze rods and the stuff to make a brewing stand, we've done some brewing. We've got the potion of weakness. We got lucky and found some mushrooms in the nether. It's actually a really good place to go look for mushrooms because the landscape's kind of plain and they stand out like a sore thumb. So we made our potion of weakness, spider eye, mushroom, sugar from the sugar cane. And we did a little side trip and found some dark oak, since it's the best way to get apples. Been growing a bunch of dark oak trees, so we got the golden apples. I'm set up here with 4 mine carts to send off 4 zombie villagers after they've been cured. So we'll hit them with the splash potion of weakness, feed them an apple, drop them into the cart, and then we're going to see, can we get a villager up to our village? Let's go have a look. So I'm going to carefully So we have one here, and we've shut the gate. Okay, so oh, crud. Splash potion weakness. It's a splash potion, not a regular potion. Go sub. Back to the brewing stand. So to make a splash potion, you just have to put gunpowder in on top of any other potion you've made, and it becomes a splash potion, magically transforming the bottles. Okay, we corrected that. Got ourselves a splash potion of weakness. Oh, throw the bottle. Don't tap him with the bottle. All right. Okay, so here we go. All right, this process takes about 2 minutes, though it feels like it takes about 25. So you might want to sit back and relax or trim your toenails and go get a cup of coffee, you know, something. All right. I had to abandon my shopping cart. It got a little bit buggy. Shopping cart, mine cart. I got lucky, got picked right back up. Alright, looks like we caught ourselves a villager. It's nice. Alright, so round 2. Let's reload the cart. Okay. We've got one guy up there already. We have to separate them. How? Perfect. All right, now we wait. Awesome. All right, down to the cart. There you go. Yet another guy for the railway line, but you get the point by now. All right, so we have 3 of them. Let's name them. All right, I got the stink all over me because I ate zombie flesh. So we've got 3 guys up here. I was only going to bring up 2, but the process is working pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and bring a few more up. They're not really interacting as much as I would like because there's only 3 of them. So I'm going to see we get a few more up here and see what happens. Okay, here's a time to take a little bit of a breather and talk about all the people in the background, all right? We even have iron golems wandering around. Very successful project so far. You'll notice a lot of random doors. The physics of the doors being what they are, you're looking at like 45 houses, basically. That's not my intention to have 45 houses. We're going to put them into real houses. We've gotten started back there a little bit. Villagers seem to go door to door. I think they can look about 15 blocks. So they don't really wander, you'll notice, much beyond where that pig is. They just won't. Now, if I make a chain of doors, you can see this guy here. They'll follow these chain of doors. I'm trying to get them to come into the keep. I don't have any. I have one guy wandering around down there somewhere. But we'll get them going. So there was a trick that in all of the research I have done on villager mechanics, and there's a lot of stuff to look into, I've never gotten a satisfactory answer as to how you get them to actually breed. Everybody talks about doors. You got to give them food. It's just that instead of like feeding livestock, you throw the food on the ground, they pick it up. They pick it up and then they trade with each other and they start having babies. And the more doors you give them, that's the limiting factor. If they don't have enough doors, you can throw food on the ground all day long. I'm going to show you a little bit of my discovery moment and then we'll wrap this thing up. So we'll toss this wheat on the ground. You'll notice it's gone. Going to apologize for the background noises. I don't have any kind of professional recording studio. I just have the living room where everybody else is as well. So there is a delay cycle that occurs when you feed them. Now you remember in the previous scene there were 100 of them over here, but right now we're down to these 6. I'm recording this after the fact. Only the brown guys. All brown guys are farmers. Doesn't matter what they're called. Their title could be whatever. Doesn't matter. They're technically all capable of trading food. So you just throw the food down in front of the brown guys. And then you got to get them close to each other. But there's also, in Minecraft, a kind of delay system that takes place. Nothing updates for several minutes sometimes. So they could have food. They could be near each other, but they're just not. See, now he just gave him that food. There's just a delay before breeding, I think. Now look, those 2 guys there just traded food. He gave the food to that guy, though. Nah. He did give him food. Hey, they're making a baby. It works. You gotta give them food. we have a baby.
You scored. Here's how I see it. Duck. You kick it into the girl bunny. Grab her the post. You dish your dad got to the guy bunny. Swing around the mic over here. You go.
Gosh, that's all it was? There they go. Another baby. Who is it? Who's having a baby? Vivian and the new guy.
Don't lose that confidence. Okay. Father wings in here. All right.
Ah, what do we get? White coat. Hey, buddy. You looking good. You guys are looking good. All right, more food.
That was a great stretch of the bat. You really got some.
Oh, and we got an iron golem. Wow, it is a banner day in Daftsville. All I had to do was throw some food on the ground. Why come nobody ever mentioned that?
No, I'm very tired right now. That's all there is to it. I'm going to run on top of the seated and untied. That's the way it's going to be. You go on ahead and celebrate with your teammates. No, come and help us. No, I'd like to, but I have to hide down my It's turning. All right. Are you sure? Yeah, definitely sure. Yeah.
All right, they want something else.
Yeah, pretty much. I really enjoy playing together.
Maybe we've reached door max, right?
Whatever it is.
So we're probably at door max. What do we have here? Good valid doors, because we now know they have to have sunlight on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Times 4. 36 doors. Let's do some math. Be 13 villagers. And we are at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So these doors down here don't count. What happens if I build more doors? Alright, so here they go. I'm wondering, is it something to do... When they say sunlight on the outside of the structures, I wonder if they mean real sunlight or just sky exposure. But I added a few more door sets, and now we have more babies. More still. So they definitely... Somebody dropped some carrots. Definitely working it out. I mean, that's 2 sets there. Oh, that's more trading of carrots. That's the secret food. Look at them trading food left and right. There's Bill. I only had 6 name tags. More villager breeding. Yes, lots of doors. And then throw some food on the ground. Pretty cool. And more breeding. That's no wonder we've got so many villagers now. That was me. Oh, another baby. Oh, it's time to start building village houses. We're gonna build some like duplexes and stuff, because you guys are pretty active. All right, go ahead and ignore the background noise. I can't do anything about it. The kids watching Looney Tunes or something. But that's it. I mean, that's the basic gist of it. Look, they're breeding again. Another baby. A lot of little professors back there. Hey, memo to Mojang. The kids would look like kids if you gave them bigger heads. But yeah, it's just a bunch of doors with stones on top of them. We got an iron golem out of the deal. Are they breeding again? So, yeah, throw food on the ground, literally like you're just throwing it away. Toss food down in front of the farmers. They'll share it with everybody else, and farmers are anybody in brown clothing. Anybody. There's only 3 clothing colors, I think. Purple, white, and the brown. And if you put the food down in front of the brown clothed people, hey, boom, bango, look at all these babies. It's insanity. So, that's it. I mean, gosh, I was sitting here waiting for these guys to breed. Grumpy babies, too. And, yeah, what was the answer all along? Throw food on the ground. So the doors inside will never count because the block that matters is the one that is exposed to sun. So, yes, there must be a block blocking sunlight, but that block must itself then also be exposed to the sun. So none of my interior doors matter. A good few over there in the castle do, but now there's so many villagers, and as they wander, they identify the doors. There he goes. Look at, just like I'm saying that. Well, and then he's back in. They identify the doors that are valid, and they'll just head towards them. So I don't suspect it'll be too long before they're in the keep. So I'm going to go do some mining because I need stone, but we got to start filling this place up with houses. And I'm going to try and put at least 4 doors, maybe 5 on every house. And in doing so, we want to keep this up. More babies. All right, cool. Thank you for watching Not So Daft Minecraft. I've been Gossip. You've been patient.